Newscrap! Yeah, apparently the head honcho who's normally in this chair has turned up missing or something, so they tagged me in to fill in for this show, The Wrestling Mark. So they say I'm supposed to read up on a bunch of phony news articles that were spread around the internet and ridicule them. But how can I do that when there are so much more important real things going on, like the backlash of what happened the last couple of days in the greatest sport in the world? That's right, people. Unless you were living under a rock or watching some ridiculous show about zombies, the greatest event of the year, WrestleMania, was this past Sunday. And oh boy, is what happened in the end the most unbelievable thing I ever saw. And I call bullcrap on those who say they saw it coming, because it's not like you could have actually found some type of script that had everything that night prearranged or anything. It was Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Reigns was taking everything Brock could dish out, suplexes, F5s, the works, and simply would not go down. But nothing Reigns had was working either. And then this guy, Seth Rollins, a disgusting worm of a human being who 4 months earlier basically initiated a terrorist attack to get the authority members he sucks up to back in power, chooses the middle of this match to cash in his Money in the Bank right to enter the match itself, and yes, managed to pin Reigns after it looks like Reigns had Lesnar where he wanted them. So yes, Seth Rollins is now the world champion. Naturally, Lesnar was not pleased that he lost the title to a guy who wasn't even supposed to be in the match and didn't actually beat him, so he demanded his rematch the next night on Raw. Though it still seems like he has trouble speaking when there are cameras on and has to do so through Paul Heyman. Regardless, it mattered to nothing, as Rollins backed out of the match and Lesnar kinda lost it, showing once again the total bully that he is, beating up everyone from Rollins' stooges Jamie and Joey to the Raw announce team to even cameramen, and got himself suspended indefinitely. Which really seems redundant since he only shows up every 3 months anyway. The end result is that at the moment, we don't know who the next contender for the title is. But I am making my statement known right now that Roman Reigns deserves his shot. Ever since he won the Royal Rumble, he has dominated everything in his path, and he has been looking to get a one-on-one shot against Rollins for months now. Personally, I don't get why he has so much hatred thrown his way from these fans. They act almost like they think he was handpicked by someone behind the scenes to be in the main event at WrestleMania instead of earning his shot. But he personally has done everything he has needed to do, and I am declaring that he soon will get the World Championship he deserves. In the meantime, we do know that Daniel Bryan is the new Intercontinental Champion after he won a hellacious ladder match at WrestleMania. Then he successfully defended the title 24 hours later against Dolph Ziggler. But it does look like the former champion, Bad News Barrett, has his sights set on getting his title back. Let's all see if Bryan can hold on to this championship without breaking his neck. Also, John Cena is the United States Champion for the first time in 10 years, doing what many thought was impossible in finally ending the winning streak of Rusev. It looks like WrestleMania is becoming the place where winning streaks go to die now. Cena did defend the title on Raw in an open challenge against Dean Ambrose and a pretty egomaniacal crowd that tried heckling Cena in song in a way that made Justin Bieber look like he has talent. Surprisingly, it does look like Rusev is not yet interested in reclaiming his title. Maybe he's a reflection of his beloved Russia, where if you stand up to them, they'll back off like the cowards they are. We sadly didn't get to see others who were in WrestleMania the following night. Didn't expect to see The Undertaker, but it was disappointing that Bray Wyatt chose not to show up following his defeat to the Dead Man. Sting at least did show up after losing to Triple H. In a way, didn't appear until Raw went off the air, so only people with the WWE Network got to see him. Apparently, the mighty Stinger was too afraid to show his face to the world after losing. Yeah, that's the type of guy who thought he could take down the WWE's authority. All in all, I would say that WrestleMania proved that WWE is as strong as ever, and we did get to see some pretty exciting newcomers on Raw that following night, as many of those who were at WrestleMania were still licking their wounds. It will be interesting to see what the likes of Neville and these Lucha Dragons will have to bring to the table in the months ahead. I'm the Wrestling Mark, and here's wishing for a speedy recovery for Michael Cole.